to go live. Let's see what happens here. Turn the brightness down a little bit. All right. I'm gonna let this run for a second. There you go. There you go. All right. Let's see how long this works. Don't mess with the cat. No. Stop. 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 I'll beat you with the broom. Or I'll beat you with the broom, right? Like, what am I supposed to do out here with you? All right, here we are. Exciting, exciting. Well, it is Saturday. It's not summer. It's not summer, but it's really summer all the time here, right? Gonna do some sweeping right here because this is what we do a lot of. This right here. Get out of there. Stop. Listen, this is how it works. When I say stop, you stop. Okay? Giant beagle. I gotta sweep my my landscaper was here this morning. It's my landlord. So. Are you taking a nap, Papa? Oh. Okay. Exciting, isn't it, Hercules? No, up. But I'll let you in the dirt. Up. Move your butt. I know you're a dog and you like dirt, but we're not getting in it. Or you get a bath, okay? Okay, nerd? Okay. Okay, little boy? Yes. Oh, you're a good little boy. You're a bored little boy, huh? Ay, ay, ay. Let's go down to the end of the street and you want to go down the end of the street and pee-pee? Hmm? Precious? Precious dog? It's hot out here, isn't it? I told you don't like it. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you, goof? Here, let's walk down to the dumpster. That's the one good thing about the heat. Hey, brother, how you doing today? We're not going far, okay? You did your fire. We do fire walks in the morning. Hold on. You know, Daddy's retarded. He can't get that on there. All right. What's going on? What's your temperature out there? Now, sometimes your name shows up as, what is this right here? They always put some, all messages. So it says Olmeca Harbor area, LA. Don't you have another, do you have another Facebook account? Or I mean, a YouTube account that you comment under? I forget what it is off the top of my head. I just seen one of your comments before I went on here. Okay. I thought it was the same person. When people, whew, the sun is bright. When people change, you all right over there? When people change their pictures or their like name on here, it just completely, sometimes it throws me off. You know, like if it's the same person and it's a picture, I usually can tell. This guy just had a bath yesterday. Can't even see the screen, so bright. Come on. No. Picked up a fucking bone earlier. Now's the time of year where the toads come out and you gotta watch so they don't start eating these fucking poisonous toads we have here. It's probably 90 degrees right now and 95 degrees humidity. Let's go. That's far enough. We don't need to make a day out of this. Because you know I'm gonna take you out again. Right? Did you take your nap? No, these are, I think they're called bufo toads. They're from Costa Rica or something. But they eat the cat's food and shit, and they go underneath the house, but they secrete some kind of poison when they're like threatened or whatever. I've never seen the poison come out, but I mean, like if a dog picks them up, it will kill them like in a matter of like an hour or so. So I just, I don't let him out in the yard for more than fucking, maybe like 2 minutes tops, just because I don't know like what's out in the, I don't know, there's like a fucking, dead rat or something and he might try to eat it or, because he fucking has to eat everything. Like right now, he'll eat. If there was cat food out here, he'd be trying to eat it off the sidewalk. He's a scavenger. He likes to pick up bones. Right? There's your friend Little Bear hiding. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I was trying to time it. And she timed it actually because she was getting close to popping. Now she wants to up. Now she thinks that she should be able to go outside. She like wants to go outside and shit. I'm like, no, you are pretty much staying in the house. Because if something happens to you, I'm not fucking being responsible for a bunch of baby kittens and shit. Just did some leaves yesterday. Look at that. The uppers. This shit drives me nuts when these leaves start falling in here. I start losing my mind. It just feels like I'm never done sweeping this yard. You know, it's like there's always shit to sweep. But so far since I power washed this whole patio, it's staying pretty good color wise. So I'm hoping that that works out. Yeah, she had 4 kittens and all of them are alive and well, which I'm really surprised that happened. So I'll take what I can get. We'll take what we can get. We'll take what we can get. Might give him another bath tonight. How's the weather in LA today? Probably, what is it, June almost? Probably 80 something degrees. I don't know, California weather's been pretty all over the place. Right, little bear? California's weather's all over the place. Sunny and rainbows, yeah. I have a feeling we're going to have a hurricane here this year. This seems like the time, this seems like, I don't know, I just have a feeling we're going to end up getting hit with a hurricane. I hope not, but I really, I hope not. Let me see, crush. That's better, I guess. Oh. What time do you get out of bed this morning? You're usually up pretty late, though. Or else you just see my stuff and you comment. I don't know what your work schedule is. I don't know what you do. All right. Okay. There, I can live with that. Sorry about that. Woo! Nothing like sweating and drinking coffee. Are you okay right there, Tommy? Okay. Just want to make sure. Just want to check in with you. Ay, ay, ay. You know, I rarely don't follow boxing. I really don't follow much of anything, to be honest with you, that much, you know, and then, you never know if it's some bullshit fight, you know what I mean, that they faked. You know what I mean? Like you just never know. I mean, he's a fucking, I used to kind of like the dude, but he's a very fucking annoying person. He's a very annoying. I don't know, man. I just hate the whole. I don't know. I wish they wouldn't even let them talk anymore. You know what I mean? I wish they would just shut up and fight, to be honest with you. It gets so annoying. Everybody thinks they're fucking the ultimate warrior or something, and it's like, all right, I got it. I don't know. It just gets to be too WWE for me. Give these cats some more water today. They're giving these cats water twice a day now. I don't know, this heat's just been fucked. Yeah, I kind of feel like that's the same thing with like the UFC and stuff, it's just, I don't know. After watching the Buffalo Bills lose 4 Super Bowls, it's very hard for me to fucking sit down and watch anything. I might watch some fights, like they're usually typically not boxing, but I might watch some like old UFC fights or Pride FC or something, something that I might not have realized. Like, I'm trying to think of the last fight I watched that I didn't realize that these guys had even fought. I was watching one of Cain Velasquez, one of his early fights for like Bodog, Yeah, it's been a while since I literally can go about 5 minutes watching one of the interviews, and then I start getting like, oh, what the fuck? Like everything's just so, I don't know, man. It's just everybody wants to be famous so bad. It's like embarrassing to me, It's fucking like, does anybody, I don't know, man. It just gets embarrassing. It's like, trying to watch like YouTube people. I was watching a guy today. I never really watch his videos, but I was just watching one of his weightlifts. He's kind of like a bodybuilder, power lifter guy. His name's something like Juji Mofo or something. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. He used to have really long hair and crazy, and he'd go. Some of his shit's pretty interesting, but some of the stuff's just, I don't know. Some of the stuff just gets to be so fucking repetitious and like fake real, or or done for shock, or it's click. I don't know. Like I just, I don't know, ever since I stopped, like the only thing I could ever really watch on TV would be like The Office or something. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I thought that was kind of, stupid that Gagey didn't fucking, like, why wouldn't you take him down and beat the fuck out of him? You're a great, he's got, good wrestling. I don't, and that, if that was like a legitimate thing, then his ego, and then Max Holloway, oh, I'm the best boxer in the UFC. It's like, oh, well, you're definitely not the most humble person in the UFC. I don't know, when I see people or hear people talk like that, it's just so goofy. It's just so goofy the way they talk. It's like, yeah, obviously he's a talented fighter. Do you know what I mean? They both are. I don't really particularly, I don't particularly enjoy like, Justin Gagey's fighting style, you know. I just think in the next 10 years, maybe even the next couple years, you're gonna have some real serious fucking you're gonna have some real serious people with some real serious head injuries, you know, like some real like fucking CTE type shit, you know, like because people I don't know, man, I just, you know, I think about it, you know, like you're having 2 fights a year for more than a couple years, man. I'm just saying, like, the sparring, you know, like it's just so dangerous to get punched. It's so dangerous to accumulate trauma like that in your head, you know, like it's just, you know, when you think about it, like I you know, I've never fought, you know, professionally or anything, but just working like I did and being physical, my body's fucked up. I can't imagine how people like Brock Lesnar feel now, or like people like, you know, like fucking Cain Velasquez, or, you know, even Francis Ngannou, you know, like, I mean, you know, like your body is just not meant to fucking accumulate shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I like the whole art of it, and I like the whole, you know, like, you know, who could beat somebody and da 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 da. But like, you know, like if I had kids, I mean, I wouldn't want them to be fucking around fighting professionally. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's getting to the point now where people don't even spar, and I don't know, you know what I mean? Like it's fucking dangerous when you think about it. Like, you know, getting kicked in the fucking head with a shin, you know, like fuck. Oh yeah, it's so, and now they're like fucking like merged. Who would have? I don't, you know, that's something. I'd be honest with you. That's something I have not been able to watch ever since I was like a child. The last time I think I was into professional wrestling, I think Andre the Giant was fucking still in the sport. Do you know what I mean? I mean, listen, if people can enjoy what they enjoy, I mean, you know, no harm, no foul. I have a hard time, and I don't have, you know, I have nothing but respect for, you know, I mean, they're definitely fucking tremendous athletes that if you're doing that shit, you know, being as big as those guys are, being able to fucking move and flip around and be that flexible is definitely, you know, like it's definitely like a fucking, you know, like it's a legit, you know, thing. But man, it's just I don't know, it's just hard for me to watch, you know, like it's hard for me to watch a lot of things, to be honest with you. I don't even know, you know, what I mainly listen to are just like podcasts from people that were in like, you know, Vietnam or World War II or Korea. Just hearing people's stories like that, I guess, are more, to me, kind of more realistic than hearing just, I don't know. Not a lot of shit entertains me, I guess. Right, Tommy? I gotta roll this fucking hose in. Ooh. Fucking motherfucker, let's go. Yeah, that's a fucking workout to do. Roll a fucking hose in. Ay, ay, ay. Let me see what you said. Hold on a second here. Okay, get off of there. I didn't know that. I think Nate Diaz would probably, it really depends on what goes on in their personal lives, and are they, it's hard to say. Like if everything was like they're taking it serious and they're I would think that Diaz is probably a slightly better boxer or puncher, not that Masvidal is bad, in that regard, but I would probably give the edge to Diaz in that, but he has a tendency to get fucking cut, and his brother had that surgery where they shave your fucking bone down on your eyebrow, I believe it is, or on your eyebrows. Yeah, can I get the surgery where you shave my fucking, can I get the surgery where you shave my head or my fucking bones in my face down because I get cut too easily? I walked today carrying my, I carry these buckets for working out with different weights in them, and then I do shoulder or arm exercises with them. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest with you. I would say if it's a legitimate thing, I would put my money on Nate Diaz. And it's not that Masvidal. I don't know. I would just say I think Nate Diaz is more talented in overall as a fighter. Not that Masvidal is bad. But I just think, I don't know. But I mean, like I said, it really depends. How much coke they do that week, or if they're, you never know. You never know how serious they're taking it or not taking it. But I would be interested to see that. I was not interested in the Jake Paul, fucking Mike Tyson thing at all. That to me is just, I'm not hating. I get it. Like if you can make money like that, go ahead. You know what I mean? Like that's not like either one of them guys fucking has a conscience or fucking has any pride. They do whatever. I mean, I don't know. I kind of just, I don't feel like fucking Jake Paul deserves to fight fucking Mike Tyson, but Mike Tyson is a green dude. I don't know if that fight's been canceled or what, but I would probably watch the highlights of the Nate Diaz fight. I don't want to see any more fucking fakery. You know what I mean? Like, did I just cut myself? Yeah, that's something that, I think I just cut myself just fucking touching my head with like the weight. I don't know. That's one thing that I realized since I started donating, selling my plasma, that the shit they put back into your blood or whatever, when I cut myself now, I fucking just don't stop bleeding. Like before when I cut myself, because I've always had blood that was thicker, and then being on testosterone, it thickens your blood. My blood wasn't like gushing, but it wasn't just coming out. Now I notice my blood is a lot more watery. So I am going to hopefully, just losing my job. I'm hoping not to fucking have to go down to the plasma place anymore. I have a feeling that I don't have a feeling that I'm going to get sick or that I'm going to die or anything from it, but I have a feeling that something you know, I don't know. You might only have so much fucking plasma. This looks so nice to come out here and sit down, but it's so fucking hot, it makes no sense. Here's my air fryer. I have soaked this thing. That's the grease. That's the grease that's left. I guess it's done now. I have not turned it on, but I'm hoping to see if it warms. Yeah, I don't know. I've just noticed personally that my blood is it, and I haven't donated in like 2 weeks. I've just noticed that my blood is a lot more watery. I don't feel any I don't feel fucked up or anything like that. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's probably not good. Yeah, it's probably, like you said, it's probably not, not probably, it's probably, who knows? Who knows what the fuck they're doing with that shit? You know what I mean? Giving it to fucking rich people. I always wondered what they did. I always wondered what they did at sperm banks and shit. I always wondered what were they doing with your, what are they really doing with your sperm? There's no way they're just taking it. And you think about it, man. Holy fuck, where am I bleeding from? Look at this shit. I don't know, am I bleeding? I'm gonna have to go in the house and look. I don't know, I can't tell. As soon as I go in my house, that shit turned off. Let me see if it does again. I hate this. Metro started charging me $25 a month for my phone service, and I don't know if they're fucking me on my data or my whatever the fuck it's called, but the shit just don't seem to be running like it used to. Yeah, I think I cut myself shaving. Nothing. What do they give you out there for plasma? That's another thing. It's so hard to get a good angle. All right. I don't know. The sun always makes this shit look fucking stupid. 120 a week. Yeah, I get close to about 120. I get like 55 and then 60. Yeah, yeah. I was trying to bang this one girl that worked there, but I don't think she's smart enough to figure out that I'm trying to bang her. I wasn't trying to bang her, but I was trying to bang her without really putting a lot of work into it. She's from like one town close to me where I grew up, and she just moved down here. So I did my rule of I just give them my phone number, and I don't know, I've gotten a couple strange phone calls, so who knows, she might have called and is not smart enough to text me. Little Grump! I don't remember there being I don't remember there really being anything crazy for like a background check, because I would remember, you know what I mean? I think it was like, I don't even know if there was one. It might have been $20 or $10. It wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't anything outrageous. But I'm just happy to have my gun back. I was looking at buying some other guns. I forget, we got a new law here where I don't know if you have to register your guns or handguns, or I forget. There's a new Florida law that everybody was up in arms about. I don't remember what it is though. I'll have to Google it. Something about you could carry a gun, or I don't remember. There is something fucking weird about the law, but I really don't care if people that have guns. I've always assumed people have guns, you know? Put my water in the freezer. Yeah, that's a cut from back here from shaving my head. Little shit. Little grump. You little shit. You meep over here. What? You hungry? Yeah, I mean, you know, it's none of my business what you do with them. I don't really, you know, I don't, I'm not a big, you know, I mean, obviously I want people to use them safe, you know what I mean? But, I kind of expect everybody to have them. And, oops, sorry. We know that we know all the bad guys fucking have them, so you might as well. Chips. Tommy, no. I don't know. I mean, I gotta look this. I'm gonna have to look this law up later. I'm not really sure what the fucking Florida new bullshit thing was. I don't have my concealed weapons permit yet, and I don't have any pistols or anything. I don't know if I would get. I don't know if I would get a concealed weapon permit, to be honest with you. If I had a pistol or like a handgun, like I really want to get a revolver. You know, like a little snub nose, or you know, or like a fucking. I don't know. I'm not big on like the plastic, you know, guns like the Glocks and shit. Like, I mean, they're nice to have, and they look cool and all of that shit. But I want a bigger fucking bullet than 9mm. I mean, it's better than nothing. But I don't know. I'm not big on the plastic shit. You know, like I kind of like. You know, something that, you know, a revolver, something that, you know, I don't feel like they get jammed as much. But don't get me wrong, I'm sure I could fucking break one. I got a piece in my gun. I got to bring my gun in to my friend at the gym. And there's a bamboo piece, like a real thin stick for duck hunting, where it only allows you to put 3 cartridges in the gun itself. I was fucking around with it last night. I almost forgot how to load the fucking thing. No, I had one a long time. I had a gun. I had a fucking 9mm something or other that I had when I was a corrections officer that I bought at a pawn shop for like $300. And I don't remember, to be honest with you, if I pawned it or traded it for drugs or lost it at this point. I don't remember. I don't remember. But there was a time when my house got fucking, I had a home invasion, and these kids thought I was selling like a lot of weed, which I was like not selling a lot of weed at all. And they broke into my house, and I almost, I could have shot the kid for stepping in my house. And I just remember looking at him and thinking, God, he's like 17. He doesn't have a weapon in his hands. And they kind of just ran away. Yeah, I need to get one, but every time I get a job, I get fired. So I have to save up some money for, I would like to get one, I would like to get, I'd really like to get a fucking AR-15 or something, to be honest with you. I'd really like to get like something with a grenade launcher on it, but I like the shotgun. I'd like to get a better shotgun. I'd like to get a pistol grip shotgun. I'd like to get to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind getting an AK-47. Anytime I've fired those, I feel like they're pretty. I don't know. I just feel like they're pretty reliable. I mean, most guns today, even the cheap ones, are pretty fucking reliable. From my experience, and I'm not like fucking a Navy SEAL or anything, and I haven't fired, probably more than 6 or 7 different types of guns. I had a friend that had an old fucking like what they call a grease gun. It was from like World War II. And I don't know if it was an original or a modified, or if it was just a fucking like knockoff or something, but that was a pretty cool gun. I fired an AR-15, an Uzi. I kind of liked the Uzi. But I would like to get an assault rifle, I would probably, it'd be more practical for me to have a pistol first, but I wouldn't mind having like a fucking an AR-15 with like a box with like a room full of fucking cartridges and clips and all that shit. I gotta fucking clean my gun. It got some rust on it from keeping it in the house with the air conditioning, I guess. My friend said you get this special cloth and kind of like scratch it off, and then somebody can like lightly paint over it. I don't know what kind of paint they would use. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to fuck it up, but I never really learned how to take that gun apart, because you have to take this fucking bamboo piece off, and I just never done it. I don't know. There's 3 other people watching. If anybody wants to jump in here, feel free to ask questions about. Yeah, I just totally felt like I mean, yeah, the cops said I would have been justified. That doesn't mean the district attorney would have felt. And this was way before any. This was like in fucking 2005, 2006. The cops said, "Why didn't you kill him?" And I just I didn't feel like my life was in danger. You know what I mean? He was probably the oldest. There was probably a 15 or 16-year-old and like a 13-year-old. And when they ran, I chased them out of the fucking house. And the one kid, the middle-aged kid, jumped off the fucking balcony, like the second floor fucking terrace where we were, going down the stairs. Instead of running down the stairs, he jumped off the fucking thing, like running, and like leapt over it like he was leaping into a fucking swimming pool, and he fell, got up, kind of limped for a second and ran away. And I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like I thought he was going to die. But that's one of the reasons why I stopped selling weed was my friend that was supplying me. He's like, well, you better start carrying that piece. And I was like, bro, I'm not going to fucking jail for selling drugs and having a handgun fucking involved. And I actually had a girlfriend in Niagara Falls. I caught her son with a fucking fake gun and weed, and I told her, this isn't something I want to be involved with. And and I told her, I said, your son's heading down a fucking rocky fucking slope, and he's fucking around with a bunch of knuckleheads. And sure enough, after we broke up, I think I seen her once or twice. She had gotten her lawsuit, gotten a brand new, like, fucking, one of those fucking SUV Cadillac fucking thingamajiggers, like, or a Lincoln or something. It was like a $80,000, $60,000 car. The second night, I told her, do not let him drive that car, especially in the snow. He has only had his license for a year, and he's not that experienced as a driver, and he totaled her fucking car. She's a fucking astronaut. She's so smart. Her name was, what was her name? Lana? I remember. She's Armenian. And my dad goes, why would you date one of them? And I go, what? What do you mean? He's like, well, why would you date an Armenian girl? And I'm like, well, I mean, like, I didn't know that was off the radar. He was like, stay away from those fucking people. And I'm like, I wanted to say, look who the fuck you married, you fucking nerd. Right, Tommy? Oh my, what time is it now? 3:02. I got about 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna have to charge this piece of shit phone. I gotta ride up to the Dollar Tree and get some fucking tuna fish here. I tell you, the fleas this year, man, I don't think the fleas this year are dying at all. I don't think you can kill the fleas this year. I really feel like these fleas are like New World Order fucking bioengineered fucking weapons of destruction. Because I have used the strongest, most efficient. I never had my glasses on when the girl next door is out. I've used the strongest, most efficient shit that there is, and it does nothing for them. So, yeah, they're definitely like, they're I don't know, man, they're bad. They're not so bad in my house. I'd like to go in the house and see the kittens, but I am afraid this thing is going to click off again and again. Oh. Let's see if we can go in the back bedroom. I always lock my bike up out here. I don't give a fuck. I don't think you were on my Facebook at the time, but my bike got stolen. And I caught the guy riding it. I never have my glasses on, so I can't tell. I can never tell what any of my fucking neighbors look like. Like if any of the new girls that moved in are good looking. Well, I made contact with the new cat girl. My internal service sucks in here. Oh Ay, ay, ay. Well, I just paid the rent for this month, so that's good. Let me see what this bitch looks like. I don't know. I never see her up. I never see her up close and personal. I've only seen her from a distance. Her kids are. Man, I seen this kid a couple days ago. I was walking down the street to feed the cats, and I was on one of the dead end streets over here, over yonder, as they say in the southern part of the world. And this little 3-year-old, 2-year-old comes fucking waddling out in the driveway, and I'm like, hey, little one. And he just waved at me, and I'm like, where's your mom at? And he like points like in the house, and I'm like, okay, well, I know cars can come around these corners, especially up in them side streets. Oh, I thought maybe you seen. It kind of came in and out, and I showed a picture of. I got a video on here of the cats. I picked the one loud one up, and she just started squeaking. Yeah, the cat lady on this new cat girl. She's pretty hot too. I got her phone number, and she's gonna help me with the cats, and I don't know where she lives or where she comes from. I know she's single. I've been in contact with her the past day and a half, or like, back and forth. Nothing like romantically or anything like that. I don't want to fucking scare her away. She's been coming around and helping with the cats, and helping getting them fixed. We got about 8 cats, 9 cats, 10 cats that need to be fixed. Not that they're broken, but and like I told her, as much as I appreciate her help, and no one else really fucking everybody likes the kittens while they're kittens, and it's fucking bullshit, no one ever wants to fucking, no one ever has fucking money or wants to help with the food or whatever, but they complain about them shitting in their yard, or, well, they're the fucking neighborhood's cats, bitch. You know what I mean? No one else gives a fuck about them, until they're on their car or something. And the neighbors that I have now, I mean, are pretty cool, and the neighbors next door are pretty good. I just tell them, I don't know if they can understand what I'm saying. But I'm like, I'm sorry that they get on your car. I'm not trying to fucking encourage them to do that, but it's something they fucking do. I don't know why. Woo! This heat down here, man, it's a new kind of fucking, man, it's unlike any, it's like the fentanyl of fucking heat. It is the fentanyl of fucking heat, man. Like during the day, none of my cats, like they lay out now, like after 2 and stuff. But like in the daytime, they all go under the houses because it's so cold under there. All my cats, they all have spider webs on them from the fucking, from going under the house. I miss this part shaving. It's got a Mach 5 fucking razor, man. That shit was like 17 fucking bucks on sale. Well, they're got to be doing something with the fucking weather, because there's been a plane for the last 3 years that literally flies like this in the fucking north to south, and then there's one later on, like, I don't know if it's the same person, but going straight up, and a big fucking cloud of shit comes out the back of it. So I don't think they're doing anything good. You know, I'm sure. I mean, it says he's the prince of the air. I'm sure he's involved in. You know, there's a lot of things that we can't see. The FM, you know, the radio waves, the firmament, the bouncing of fucking like microwave beams and I mean, I'm not trying to sound new age, but there's definitely some kind of like energy when it comes to people and negative and positive and, electrical currents in the air and all that shit. Like, I don't think they've mastered it completely, but I'm sure they've been able to kind of figure out enough to, I have a feeling that, in the Bible it says that they're gonna the sun's gonna stop shining for, I forget however long or when or during the tribulation period, but I have a feeling that's one thing Satanists want to do is block out the fucking block out the sun. So I just think like there's probably I think weather manipulation probably been going on probably since before Vietnam, like same thing with like like jabs and stuff like that. I have a feeling that they've been fucking with shit, like polio and all that. Like where does all this shit come from? You know what I mean? Like shit don't make any sense. Like shit just happens to just fucking come out of it's like pneumococcal pneumonia and genital warts and fuck man. When I was in high school, nobody was worried about getting fucking genital warts, but the H1N1, the fucking swine flu was big when I lived in Sacramento. And I don't know, man. They've got, what don't they fucking have their hands involved in? And it's like every time I see I was in the shower yesterday and I was listening to a podcast and this girl comes on like, oh, such and such facial foamer cleanser voted #1 by dermatologists. Like, how the fuck can you even say shit like that? It's like saying voted #1 by exterminators. What fucking dermatologist said this? How many of them? What are their names? Do you know what I mean? Like, where did this happen? When did you take a poll of fucking, when did all these dermatologists get together at the fucking Grammys and say, yeah, you know what? We just want to say as dermatologists, this fucking facial cleanser is probably gorilla cum. The shit that we put on. I was just listening to a commercial about this fucking clothing company. I think it's called Hims or something. It's for like shorter people. But they were talking about like, oh, from the makers of Hims sportswear or something. I think it's called Hims. I'm not 100% sure. There's an ad on YouTube of a short Asian type dude. He's like 5 foot something, 8 or 6, and he's complaining about being short and how clothes don't fit. I want to say, yo, wait till you're over 200 pounds. Try trying shit on at the store then. It was like, oh, for men with, like I always see these commercials. I don't always see these commercials, but I see them commercials about like Rogaine and like, oh, this new hair formula. That's, think about it. Like, even just going bald is a form of fucking genetic manipulation. Like, people don't just fucking go bald, you know what I mean, for no fucking reason. You know what I mean? Like, there's something fucked up in your hormones that causes you to go bald. You know what I mean? It's probably genetic, but it had to start somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, back in the day, there was nobody in the fucking, there was no, like, when I mean, there was people that were, but like in the 1800s and shit, like, I don't know. I don't remember there being a lot of bald people in the fucking encyclopedias as kids. Maybe they just didn't like them. I don't know. The older I get, the more my fucking feet I'm getting terrible fucking neuropathy in my feet. I don't know if it's from the plasma shit or what, but I keep fucking running into shit on my fucking feet, like hitting stuff on my feet and like knocking into shit or stumbling over shit and just not like feeling the front of my toes that good, and that's been kind of ongoing probably before then. Ugh. Let's do this real quick. You little fucking wolf. Oh, I gotta let this run for a minute. I don't know, when this shit gets down to where it starts getting warm, I just don't want to drink it. Oh, hold on here. Woo! It's fucking hot, man. It is hot as fuck. Yeah, when you think about it, like being bald and shit, that shit is like a kind of a weird thing that like it's just passed down, you know. What? You wanted to go inside, right? Okay. You little fuck. You're not coming outside. You just had kittens. She thinks she's coming outside. I don't know. She's like my ex. You got kids. Go fucking take care of them, okay? Nah, I have no interest in. I appreciate the compliment. I have no interest in fucking. My life is a fucking stand-up comedy fucking routine. And to be honest with you, like I feel like if I was standing in front of a group of people, the last thing I should be telling them is a bunch of jokes about, you know what I mean? Like I'm just saying, like it's so hard to get people's attention. I don't know. I just don't have any. I just don't have any like. You know, I mean, it's like I don't know, man. There's not a lot of shit left in my life that other than maybe being a fucking firefighter or something random like that. There's not a lot of shit that I'm really interested in doing. I just don't have the emotional fucking wherewithal to fucking put up with, you know, just the shit that goes on. Like, I don't miss it, you know what I mean, at all. I don't miss anything to do with it. I mean, it was pretty decent money. I probably would have did pretty good if I stayed with it, but I don't know, man. It's like today, especially after COVID and shit, like that shit just really changed a lot of things for me in a way where I don't even really want to fucking, you know, like interact that much with people like I usually do. You know what I mean? Like I never would have thought, I mean, I guess I was fucking naive, but I never would have thought, maybe I was just positive or giving people the benefit of the doubt. I never would have thought that people were that fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Like personally, I just never would have thought the shit I seen during COVID and the panic and the sheer bullshit and the And my numbers were really, my Facebook live and my YouTube videos from the COVID time were a lot more popular and than what I do. I mean, I haven't been consistently doing live videos in a minute now. I just, the only thing, like, like you gotta want to do it. Like you gotta want to like go to the gym. You know what I mean? It's like how lazy people feel about going to the gym. That's how I feel about, and you gotta wanna, and you really got to want to promote yourself. You know what I mean? And I really don't. I don't ever really, want to like take ads out on YouTube or, like ask people to share videos and stuff. And, I kind of just, I don't know. I just don't have the fucking passion for it. Or, with everything that's happening. I mean, don't get me wrong, like comedy is a vital part, sarcasm, whatever you want to call it, is an integral part of my life. But wanting to like make other people laugh, I don't really like, I don't know if I've ever had the need to make people laugh. I just think it's just a side effect of fucking, like just the way I think, you know what I mean? Like I don't think, it's like would have people go, well, can you like learn how to be funnier or whatever? And it's like, I don't know if that's a thing. You know what I mean? I don't know if you can learn how to be funny or if you can get better at it. I kind of feel like it's like something that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not fucking Dave Chappelle or anything, but, I kind of feel like it's something that it's just who you are normally without trying, and if you have to try too much at it, it's like, you look at Joe Rogan, he's a horrible fucking comedian, but he's great at fucking interviewing people, and lying to people. He's great at lying to people too. It's got to be something that you have. So, that you would, I would say it like this. It's got to be something that you would do for free. You know what I mean? Like pest control. It's got to be something that you enjoy. Like when I was in a band, I don't want to be in a band anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to fucking show people songs. I don't want to fucking rehearse a bunch. And then this person everybody's on drugs anyways. It's like, I just couldn't imagine getting up on stage. I mean, I could imagine getting up on stage and not practicing and going in front of a group of fucking 20 or 50 people and talking and not preparing and doing okay, or doing really well or bombing. I could imagine all of that happening, but I don't fucking, I don't miss it at all. Like I don't have any drive, and it's just a real fucked up thing when you think about it. Like, do you really need to have people? Do you need to entertain people, or do you need to get validated by people? Do you want people to like you? There's so many, it's, there's all different forms of narcissism, but I was just curious to see if I could do it, and I did it, and I did it for a little bit. I didn't have like a really fucking long career or anything, but I don't even know what I did with my newspaper clippings from back then. I don't know. It's just something I don't care about. Yeah, I don't think Rogan was ever funny, to be honest with you. Like a lot of people on his show aren't funny. Bert Kreischer is not funny. Ari Shaffir isn't funny. Fucking that other douchebag with the beard. I forget his name. He's so not funny that him and his wife do a podcast together. I think his wife is probably funnier than he is. There isn't that many funny people. You know what I mean? Like legitimately funny people. It was like Adam Sandler had a run for like 4 movies and then he sucked, There isn't really a lot of people. Like you look at the guy from like a 40-year-old virgin, not Steve Carell, but like Seth Rogen. It's like he's so not fucking funny, and he's so not, I don't know, like, I don't know, it's like Kevin Hart. The dude's not funny. To me, he's not funny at all. There's nothing funny about the dude. He just comes off like, I think Cat Williams is pretty funny, but he's also an arrogant little fucking clown too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There's just I just like I'm not closed off to what I'm not against. You know who I felt the last person I thought was funny was Sebastian Mano, whatever the fuck it is, that Italian guy. Sebastian Mano, what is his name? Is it Sebastian? Yeah. That Italian guy that was like on the fucking TV show for a minute, and he ended up doing really well and killing it. I thought he was funny. I thought Dane Cook was funny until I started looking at some of his jokes and realizing that, a lot of them steal jokes and shit too. That's another thing. When I find out that a comedian has like people writing with them, I just like, it's kind of like singing, it's kind of like being in a band. Like if I found out Kurt Cobain was working with Timberland or something, or that somebody else helped him write the songs, I would be totally fucking not feeling the same way about it. So when I find out a comedian like is like working with people to like write jokes, I'm like, I don't know, I just feel like that's cheating. You know what I mean? I tell you who's really not funny, but I'd like to fuck his girlfriend is that I don't even like calling him a comedian because he's such a little disgusting pig. That dude Bobby Lee, his girlfriend Kalila, she's kind of sexy. It's a fucked up name though. It's too much like Delilah. Do you know what I mean? I'll tell you who's really funny is fucking Brendan Schaub. Now that, my friends, is a fucking, like, that is a train wreck. I don't want to get started on Brendan Schaub this late in the show. We're at 1 hour already, and I was supposed to leave here in a little bit ago. But Brendan Schaub, man, that dude is a fucking tool bag. I will tell you this about Brendan Schaub. Tim Dillon, he's coming on channel and here, hilarious for me. I don't know. Is he the dude is he like a short dude with like, kind of reminds me of Ben Shapiro? I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. I might know him. And I'll be fair, I don't know, like, I don't really give these people much of a fucking chance either. You know what I mean? Like, because I just like shit. I know when I like it, and I like, like, I don't need to see a lot of stuff. And I'm not trying to be like the fucking grumpy old guy that's seen everything and nothing is new and it's all been done before. But it's just, today is just, I see so much, you forget that people are still being born and fucking, like, I was watching a video that somebody posted on YouTube of like a Green Day concert that MTV put on like fucking 30 years ago. And, they're probably 15 or 16 and not realizing that that's been on TV or, not knowing. It's kind of like I wasn't around when Belushi was on Saturday Night Live, you know what I mean? And then he became whatever the fuck he became, dead. He became dead in like fucking a couple years. That's another thing. All these people that get famous, the shit that people do for fame is... Like, if you told me that I had to spit on the cross and deny Jesus Christ and put a sword to my fucking neck to do all that, I'd say, well, man, if you got to do all that, then don't you think that Jesus Christ is real? And that's probably not a good idea to do. I don't know. The shit I see for nothing, I don't know. It's just fucked. The world's fucked up, The world is a real fucked up place. And it's more fucked up than it's ever been. And that's kind of... and not watching TV and not watching a lot of stuff on YouTube and not watching or reading the newspaper and not doing this and not doing that has kind of insulated me and kept me a little bit less depressed than I normally would be if I was in like watching stuff on television or like if I was, I get so fucking like burned out and, not just annoyed, but I'm just so like, just like, I don't know what the word would be, to be honest with you. I'll have to look at a fucking thesaurus or something. I don't know, like so dismayed or so like just unbelieving that people are this fucking fucked up as people, or that people are really this bad and they are. And just watching, I don't know, there's just so many things that I watch and I see, and I just go, man. And I'm not even a good person, and I'm telling you this shit. Like, you gotta fucking, like, I mean, I don't know, man. The bar for what I see people do and treat each other and do to each other, not just in my personal life, but just in general, is beyond anything that I would have ever thought. But I started seeing things about 7 years ago, 6 years ago, when I was in jail. There were little things I started seeing in my mom that I would just say, my mom would never do this, or my mom would never do that, or my mom wouldn't allow this to happen, or she wouldn't fucking cave into this. Or, you know, I told her the one time that when I went to church and I was playing guitar in the church band, that I took a thing out to borrow $40 from them to fix something on my car. And I didn't have $40 at the time. I wasn't working, but I was playing in the band. And if I wasn't playing in the band, I wouldn't be spending all the money I was in gas going back and forth, because they don't pay you, which is fine. You know, even though the fucking pastor's making millions, you know, they don't have any money for the fucking band. You know, then you have to like volunteer and serve and do the Lord's work when it comes to volunteering. But they said to me, well, we looked at your records and we don't have any records of you tithing or tithing enough or something to the church for us to loan you money. And I said, like a bank? Like, you keep records of what people tithe and how much? And they go, yeah, for tax reasons. And I go, well, it can't be just for tax reasons, because you're using it to like judge my spiritual fucking spending account or lack thereof. You know, so you're kind of like a bank then. Why not just give me the $40 then? You know, I donated fucking X amount of time last week going to practice twice a week and playing in front of 2 services. That's 6 hours. I would say that's worth more than $40, you know? And the guy's like, well, that's just not how it works. And I go, well, back in the day, churches would, if the guy would pray about it, and if he felt like they could help you, they would, you know what I mean? Or they would, you know, let you know. You're telling me, like, and I said that to my mom, and I said, you know, that's a real fucked up thing to even say, you know, like, and she just didn't have a comment for it. And it was just, I don't know, man, that was like the start of like, you know, because even as an adult, I watch other adults to see what they do is what they're doing right. And it's like, you know, I am not without sin or without any, you know, like fucked upness. And don't get me wrong, these people are all people at the end of the day, and we all fall short. But I'm not trying to pass off anything that I do, or am I not in the fucking realm of going, yeah, you know, that's, you know, like I do, you know, it's like pornography or something. Like, people will say shit to me on here like, oh, your mouth and this, that, and the other thing. And I'd go, well, let's look in your fucking internet search history, or what God looks at, your heart's search history, and see. Are you yipping at me? That look is just so not impressed with. He's not impressed with me. You look like a fucking mini bobcat. Little bear. Oh, you want to go outside? I gotta fucking make it so she can't. Come on. Meet me at the door. Come on. You know what I'm telling you. Come on, door. Come on. Go. You know, somebody will say something, and I'm just using this as an example, but it's like they'll say something about like your language and, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I'll be like, well, you know, you could look at my search history and it's not deleted, and you're not going to see that I'm watching fucking porn. Can you say that? And I'm not saying like that. I'm just using that as an example. I'm just saying, like, can you say that, you know, You haven't jerked off thinking about your fucking neighbor's wife, or have you, stolen out of the fucking till at your job and no one knows because you're the one, what, like, so when people have, I forgot where I'm going because my cat completely threw me off, but when like people just are like, it's like they don't even have a fucking excuse for the shit that they do, or the shit that they do is so like, man, it's just so, I don't know, it's just so cringy. And, like, and I'm not even just talking about my ex, I'm just saying in general, like the shit people do, or the shit I've seen people do, and like, even in this neighborhood, It's like yesterday, I finally sold my bike, and I'll leave you with this, right? Kid comes down here from St. Petersburg. It's about an hour away. He said, I'm coming down. I want to take a look at your bike, blah, 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 blah. I said, all right, whatever. So he doesn't make it at 11. He texts me, I'll be there at 11:30. I said, whenever you get here, man, I'm not going anywhere until after like 2 o'clock. Then he texts me, his truck's fucking up, or I got to get us. No problem, man. If you come, you come. I hope your truck's okay. You know what I mean? So he comes, we talk. He wants to buy the bike. I said to him, he's like, well, there's a thing on this bike that it hooks up to your Bluetooth. And then he showed me there's a thing on the bike that you change gears by pressing a button, like going click, click, click. I didn't even see that shit on the bike. That's how fucking blind I am. So I ended up selling the bike for $500. That's how I ended up paying my rent. Paying the balance of my rent, and I said, well, I'm going to give you, here's my driver's license. I want you to, take a picture of it, because I'm just telling you, like, in good faith, like, this bike isn't stolen. The serial numbers are on the bike underneath, you can see. And, you're giving me $500, and I want you to feel secure about this fucking thing, you know what I mean? And he's like, oh, it's not necessary, and I said, yeah, okay, it maybe isn't necessary, but I insist because I want to make sure that, one, I gave you all the information. I'm telling you, I don't know if that Bluetooth computer thing on the bike, it looks like it takes a charger, I guess, and I'm just finding this out right now. I don't know if it's broken. I don't know if it works. I'm imagining it does. The woman that I got it from said everything, but I mean, that doesn't mean anything. I haven't rode the bike. It's too small for me, but I've seen her ride it, and it looks like, it's a nice bike. It's probably $1,000 at a bike shop right now. It probably was about $2,400 new, and it's not that far away. Yeah, it's a couple years old, maybe 5 or 6 years old, but it's definitely legit. It's beyond mint. It's in great condition. The rims, I mean, the rims are 100, and whatever, not the frame though. Is that what they're called? The rims? Whatever it is. Yeah, I guess whatever. I don't know why I can't. The tire fucking frame thing, the wheel goes on with spokes, I guess. That great invention. They're like $80 for like used ones, you know what I mean, online, anywhere from $80 to $160 just for the fucking tire. And that's without the rubber, you know what I mean? I'm not saying I would pay for that, or I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying, like, the frame is about $800. So I just want to go above and beyond. And I just see a lot of people that have shit like that wouldn't volunteer the information. They'd say, listen, here's the bike. Basically, without saying it, it is what it is. It is as is, and this is that. So I try to, I do for the most part. I want to be upfront. I don't want to lie to people about jobs. I don't want to mislead, like, people, for any fucking reason at all, Like, I was talking to this girl at the gym, and I was just like, well, I don't really, I really don't want a girlfriend. I really don't want to fucking have sex with you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really want to, like, go in that direction to where I'm just talking to you because I want to see you naked, and I'm going. We're going through this big charade. I just really like talking to you once in a while, and that's really all that that's really all that I'm interested in. You know what I mean? And she couldn't believe that a guy wanted to be friends. I said, well, maybe I'm becoming a homosexual. I don't know, but I just don't have any fucking. I don't want to. Like fucking do what people do to people. You know what I mean? I don't want to be the cancer that this fucking world is becoming. So I try to, I mean, God, I've had like 7 jobs in the past fucking 3 years. And from the Salvation Army to you name it, people are just becoming, I mean, if you can't see it, you got to be blind. People are just becoming more and more and more disgusting. And I'm not going to fucking put up with it. So, anywho, I'm going to ride here to the store. I got to get rolling. I think it's going to rain. I hope it does. Maybe I'll shave my arms later. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. I know I'm already, as dark as I am by fucking July at this time of year, which is crazy. So I appreciate you chatting with me. I don't know what time it is out there. I'm imagining it's probably still early. It's about 3 here. Yeah, 4. So I got to come back here and feed these fucking cats. So I will, brother. I'll talk to you later. I'm going to try to get on here more so and do these live videos. It's just my fucking phone charger, I didn't realize that I needed a new phone charger. I thought my phone was fucked up and it was taking forever to charge. So I'll keep you guys in the loop, right, little bear? I'll see you guys later. I appreciate you. Thank you.